Oh man, did we already start? Lol. Okay. So I'm assuming everybody can hear me. Hello, everybody. I'm Chris Crow Wild. You are watching the first match of Group E of the Mega Man X2 Any Percent tournament. This is Just Incredible versus ShadowZero. The result of this match is pretty much set in stone already. Shadow's pretty slow, Justin's pretty fast. But we're gonna race anyways, because who doesn't love the race? Justin with a 101 kill, Shadow 105. Early lead for Just Incredible, what a guy. Justin get the double kick? Yes. What a beast. Shadow's turn, can he get it? No, not so much. Slightly less of a beast. Hey there, Cody.
Yo.
Thank God you're here, man. I am dying out here trying to do commentary by myself. This is not my forte.
Send me the link of where to watch it.
I thought I sent you the link.
Oh. Okay, never mind. Fiesel gave it to me.
Okay.
Alright, so tell me what your times are so I know I'm synced up with you.
I've got Justin at 140 fighting Sponge. Shadow's at 256 getting into Sponge's run right now.
Okay, what? Oh yeah, okay, I was gonna say, that's a little weird why the one is... I'm like, why is one a minute ahead, but in the red? Alright, well, that's good. Let me set up all my crap real quick. Alright, so... let's see.
ShadowZero trying desperately to avoid Angry Sponge. Failing.
Got it anyways, yeah. So,
unfortunate.
For people who don't know, the whole idea behind Angry Sponge is that after X amount of HP, I believe it's 8, or I think it's 8 or 10. If Sponge is 8 or 10 left, he will get angry and enraged and start shooting lightning everywhere, and you gotta wait like an extra 5 or 6 seconds for him to finish to hit him again. So the idea is to get him to go up on the while he has 8 or 10 left, and if you do enough dash lemons perfectly, you kill him without him getting angry, and you don't waste like 10 times. Or 10
He'll hang
seconds.
off the ceiling for a really long time if you can get him up there, so that's your chance to take him out. If he drops down to the floor and still has any health left, he will waste your time. You don't want that, because you're trying to go fast. Some would say you gotta go fast.
X2 is a game where a lot of the annoying bosses, I would say, take place towards the beginning. I would say the first three or four are like my least favorite when it comes to the run.
Gator is the run killer, for sure.
Yeah, if you don't execute, as you'll see later on, the Gator fight appropriately, you're gonna lose at least 10 to 15 seconds. Shadow having some trouble with the climb. which it looks somewhat easy, but I can promise you, without actual training, it could be pretty difficult.
I think once you know the setup for it, it's super, super easy.
Also, hey guys, my name's Cody. Thought I'd say hi.
I think you get it like 8 times out of 10 every time, right?
Oh,
Once you know the
the grab, yeah. Normally you kick off the second third step. You kick off it. You line up with the black line on the wall, and you kick off that, and should work most of the time.
Are we seeing a full chain combo from Justin?
That right there, that quick kill. Look, we had one conversation, and in that conversation, Justin killed the Gator. That's how
God
fast
damn
it
it,
is.
Justin, my personal favorite to win the whole tournament.
Oh yeah, you
ShadowZero coming in a distant second place to win the whole tournament for me.
I didn't miss anything. I didn't miss anything. He died. He died, right?
Who, Shadow?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, he had the upgrade already, so I was like, I'm pretty sure he got spiked.
For those asking in chat, yes, this is an any percent tournament. Yep. They're still going to get all of the items. Good job, ShadowZero.
God damn it. Yeah, the main difference in this game is that any percent, unlike X1, any percent in this game, it is still faster for you to get every upgrade in the game, because you can get an item later on which will help us fight bosses, and it's just faster in the game to get that than to get less upgrades and get it. That's the main difference. The only difference between any percent and 100% is we don't fight the mini bosses to get the 0 parts like you do in 100%.
The bosses in the boss rush will waste so much of your time if you don't have the Shoryu. It's definitely way more worth it. Plus, Agile, you don't want to fight him without the Shoryu. That's retarded. I mean, that's not great, is what I meant to say, because I'd like to point out that this is a family-friendly stream.
Yeah, nice save. The main difference between 100 and any is in 100 you get the 0 parts where you fight each of the counter hunters, but instead of fight for the 0 parts, instead of that, we're just taking a 0 fight at the end of the game instead. Because if you do 100%, you don't have to fight 0 at the end, but that's way faster than fighting 3 other people. So any percent is the default category, usually.
Of course, with all that having been said, there are some players out there who will attempt to do this run Shoryukenless. 8-Bit is great being among those players. He plans on racing me Shoryukenless, and I plan on beating him because of it.
I'm not sure Shoryukenless is more of a category idea or just a meme for people who can't do Shoryukens. And for those not aware of it by now, as we saw Justin just take down Stag, for the most part, this game copies the X1 formula. Well, if you shoot and dash at the same time, the first yellow pellet will always deal 2 damage instead of 1. So it's very advantageous of you to take advantage of that and use it as much as you can in boss fights or normal fights or just getting through levels. Dash lemons are very strong.
Oh yeah, dash lemons are the best. They're the best kind of lemon. Normal lemons
just don't do it for me anymore. You could. God, low percent. Yeah, Shoryuken does not require any amount of revisits, which is why the any percent in this game still gets it, because you don't waste a lot of time revisiting like an X1 where you have to die 3 times and visit it 5. Instead, you just have to have the parts and full HP in order to see it.
Whether you're doing any percent, low percent, or 100%, you're going to make your way through Agile stage one way or the other, and you're going to pass that Shoryuken capsule either way. So if the category calls for it, you might as well grab it.
In the worst case scenario, if you didn't go for Shoryuken, the Agile stage would be like maybe 6 seconds faster, but that's not even worth it if you didn't take the Shoryu. And here at ShadowZero's side, we're going to see what a bad Gator fight looks like. And this is where you can see all the time loss. I mean, it's very hard. What Justin is doing what Justin did at Gator made it look super easy. I can promise you it's not. If I remember something, it's like a 5-frame window or something like that.
I heard 3, but I could be mistaken.
Yeah, I
'Cause I'm a
don't. I mean,
strategist, but what do I know?
yeah, I don't exactly remember, but it's somewhere like 3 to 5, I believe, to hit it between hits.
One thing we can be certain of, it's definitely not 2, and it's for sure not 6.
Yeah, it's 5. Thank you, Constor. Hell yeah! Shout out to my boy.
Shoutouts to Conster for knowing the game.
Go figure.
Here comes the tailspin glitch from Justin. Am I right? He would never miss it. He's too good.
I mean, he could miss it. No, he got it.
He could, but he won't.
All right.
Ever.
So, do you want to explain it, or should I explain it?
I've never done the tailspin glitch in my life. You're not going to get an explanation out of me.
Okay, well, mine's a really crude explanation because I only can do it sometimes. So, from what I get, the most part, when he puts his hands on his forehead and he shoots those little tail beads at you, there's, if you specifically slide on the wall at the right frame, I'm not quite sure what it is, but if you slide on the wall accordingly, when those things shoot out, you'll make one basically go off screen, and then it just keeps spinning in an infinite loop. And the way he moves and continuously jumps and slides back down is allowing him to get a pink charge shot off, and then while he's charging, he hits it with the strike chain to get maximum damage for speed. But yeah, for the most part, it's just a glitch where you jump appropriately and you make one spawn off screen, and it continues to spin awkwardly forever as long as you don't mess it up.
While you were explaining that, ShadowZero finally conquered the Gator. Got an 1130 Gator kill. Moving on to Flamestag.
There we go. It's an RNG heavy.
I would say so. I don't know. Maybe
I'd say it's an
RNG
RNG heavy. I'd say it's an RNG heavy early game. After like the first 3 bosses, there's not too much RNG left that I can think of. I mean, the next big RNG that can mess with you is what? Violin? Like, that's about it, right?
I mean, with Crab, it doesn't matter until Shouryu Rush. His first fight.
And you can manipulate it easily anyway.
You're just gonna spin wheel him to death, so it doesn't really matter. Ostrich, it doesn't matter. There's no RNG there that you really have to worry about. I think it's just Sponge, Gator,
Centipede, and
maybe
Violin. Nah, not even, because you can.
Oh no, yeah, because I'm not a good player on Snail, so that's fine.
It's a Violin, I would say. I would say
good
those
players will do the charged magnet mine strat like Justin's about to show you right now.
So there's about 4 pieces of RNG, I would say, in this game. Yeah, I would say there's about 4 main bits of RNG that I can think of. But yeah, I would agree. With Strike Chain and Speed Bottle and just the level design of a lot of these stages, speed is a lot more of an element in this game than in X1. Like, or even future games. I think X2 of the series is probably one of my favorite when it comes to just raw speed, because someone who can execute it perfectly makes it look really good. As Justin just got that quick kill on Snail.
Zen Kuroshi, learning how to speedrun is super, super easy. You have all the friends in the world when you're a part of the Mega Man X community.
Agreed. This is a very good community. I think any Mega Man community is honestly probably a good one. But, yeah, there are bad ones, so you pick the good one if you like Mega Man games. Let's see.
Let's see how Shadow does on Stag. No advanced Stag strats coming out of ShadowZero.
If anyone is thinking this game's like super easy right now watching Justin, if you don't know already, Justin is one of the best runners for this game. So it's very, like, it may look easy, but I promise you it's just good execution on Justin's end.
Yeah, if you're new to this game, watching Justin will give you an unrealistic version of what you can expect.
Like that bike, you're going to hit that wall about 14 times.
You will die. If you really want to know what your run is going to look like, watch Shadow.
That's actually good. I mean, Shadow's doing well though. But yeah,
Well, Shadow's
Shadow
at
is
least
a more,
sub-hour, so even then, if you're brand new,
Shadow is a
like,
more
this is what you would
realistic
aspire
point
to.
of he's a more realistic point of view of what you're gonna be learning when you run this game, how it run's gonna go.
Shadow will show you how badly these bosses will beat you up if you're not a pro.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. So Shadow finished Stag, and Justin is at Ostrich Fight. And I'm curious to see if he's gonna go for.
You want to see if he's going to do the lemons?
Yeah, I want to see if he's going for lemons or if he's going just safe ice.
I bet he does the lemons. He's a beast.
No, yeah.
Well, I would lose that bet.
Well,
he's going for one of them.
Yeah, he's kind of doing like a mix of it, I suppose.
Yeah.
So I guess we both lost. I was going for safe. But
So we're both wrong.
Yeah. way to screw us, Justin. Way to make me look like a fool.
Thanks, Justin. I'm really hoping Shadow makes it through all these blocks without getting crushed.
I
I'm
can
hoping
say
he makes this on the first try.
as a
What a good gamer ShadowZero is.
What a great god gamer. But as a speedrunner of this myself,
Can we get a one-shot sword? Chop register?
one can dream. As a speedrunner of this game myself, I can agree, Cantaloupe. It's much more fun to watch than to run. Although running's fun too.
X2 is pretty fun to run.
Well, no, I'm talking about Mega Man in general. All the X games are so fun to watch when people execute it, but God.
Cody, don't you hate X2?
I hate X3. I don't mind X2. I hate X3.
That's nice to hear. I remember vividly when you
I used to hate X2. I used to hate it with a passion. But then I'm like, you know what, this game, it's alright.
He used to tell us all the time, I'm never gonna race this. It's never gonna happen. And then that turned into you asking me and Fuzz every day if we wanted to race.
You know what? I realized that it wasn't X1, so I appreciated it for not being X1. Because I was just done with that game.
Why X3? What's bad? What's bad about X3 is that the enemies hit like a truck. And
X3 is a very brutal game, especially if you're newer to it. Most enemies body shot you for 6 damage about. Also, the game has a pretty long intro cutscene and a lot of cutscenes for me, but that's just I don't like it as much. Like, even as a speed game, it doesn't get relatively fast. Like
the
an
ideal
X3
route makes you do like the hardest stage first for 100%, and that stage will beat the crap out of you and make you never want to play the game again.
It's a hard game, and it's just relatively slower of them. And I've just played X3 the least amount, so I just like it the least. It's still like a fun game to watch, but like I don't like enjoy playing it.
I tend to tell people quite often that you will not like X3 until you get sub-hour. And if your time is above that, then you hate the game and don't ever want to play it. And why are you still playing
Like, yeah, even casually, I'm not a huge fan of X3. It's just my preference, though.
In general, we like it anyways. Cause,
yeah, I mean, it's still an X game. It's still a good game. It's just not my preference. Also, that X3 has a huge issue where like it drops inputs a lot. I forgot what I think Nordrin was talking about that. Like with dashing and jumping, you can just randomly lose inputs.
Shadow showing us the slow strats for Centipede. If you don't know how to do the tailspin glitch, you tend to just blast him with your charged buster until he dies. Because you don't have his weakness, that being what Justin would get from Morph Mod stage right now. Against Centipede, Buster is the way to go.
Absolutely. Buster, believe it or not, is actually... This is probably the game where I would think the Buster is the best. The Charge Buster in this game is really good for straight damage. Even, like, if you don't get Shoryus on Final Sigmas, it's better... I mean, not Wireframe, but normal Sigma. It's better to just Buster him instead of Sonic Slice him.
X2 like Buster is best Buster.
It's good Buster, just like
X3
helmet.
Buster, not so much.
X3 helmet, best helmet. Buster's really good. It's a strong move. I believe it does like 4 damage a shot if it hits him with all the pegs of it with the charge shot. It's a really good weapon. Also, it helps you neon jump, and who doesn't love neon jumps?
I mean, you love neon jumps if you know how to do them. I personally can't because I'm
No,
a scrub. So.
You love neon.
I like watching them.
Dude, yeah, that's so entertaining.
I'm jealous that I can't do them. Somebody teach me. Mivu tried to teach me once, but he ended up just yelling at me afterwards, I think.
That's what I
Classic Mivu. Shadow did not get the mini boss skip. Rip Shadow. That is a time loss for him.
That's, if I recall correctly, it's something like 10 to 15 seconds, I think. The
He
main part
probably
about
did his charge flame too late, I would guess.
Yeah. Well, that's the hardest part. The mini boss skip is more or less as soon as you hit the green part of the ground, you maybe dash for like half a second more than you have to release it. It's not a super technical, and you have a good amount of frames to get the skip. But if you don't know what you're doing and you've only seen it done like once or twice, you might mess it up yourself.
Justin skipped the phase 1 Moth where he grinds into the ground, which is good because that's a time loss. You don't want that to happen. Cody, do you know how many regular shots of flame and how many charge shots of flame it takes to bring phase 1 Moth down? Because I'm a little iffy on the specifics of that.
I think regular is like 2 charged, and it's either I think 2 charged and 2 normals, or 3 charged and 1 normal. But second phase is 1 charged and 2 normals. I know.
I feel like 3 and 1 might be the thing.
I think it's 3 and 1. I don't remember phase 1 as much, but phase 2, it's 1 charged and 2 normals. 5 frame window. Oh, okay, they're talking about one.
We're being hard as hell on Shadow. Well, Shadow's our boy, so we're
no. See, I'm not being hard. Well, I mean, sort of. I mean, he is our friend, though, so he's not gonna. Like, believe it or not, like he's still like it's still good. Like he just it's hard to run this. It's hard to run this game, and he's still relatively new to the game. It's like it's a hard comparison. You're comparing one of the best people in the game for X2 runners, one of the best runners, to someone who's still a relatively new X2 runner.
Yeah, as is my understanding, Justin gets casual 33s, and Shadow, I think, has yet to get a sub 50, to give you an idea of the discrepancy between their 2 times and their 2 skill levels.
We're just using Shadow as a good ideal for people to see what a more average run would look like. It's still an accomplishment. Like, it's hard to run a speedrun any game, but like he's a more like this is what a general speedrun looks like, give or take. Meanwhile, Justin is the person who's been playing this for a very long time and is very high up on the board.
Justin's a beast. I think he's like ranked what top?
I think he's like
top 8 at least. I'm pretty
like
sure.
That. But yeah, like we're both very good at the game. Like it's not easy, and so Justin just got a pretty okay violin fight. So
he didn't jump up. He didn't change the blocks a lot, if at all.
I think he changed it once. But yeah, violin, the only real annoyance in this fight, even if he jumps up, it's not too bad. But with the annoyances with violin is if he changes the blocks, he becomes completely invulnerable, and that just wastes like 4 seconds every time, if not more.
Somebody's asking what is Shadow's rank?
Justin
X2?
is 17.
On the SNES leaderboards, Shadow is ranked 101 out of 104 players with a 5339 PB listed on the boards. I don't know if he's improved on that since then. But Justin, for comparison, is ranked number 7 with a 3310, says the boards.
Excuse me.
And with the OP elevator skip on surface stage. That saves a lot of time. You don't have to wait around for the rocket.
I don't know how much it exactly saves. Oh god, that's made me sneeze so much. Thank you for the bless you. That's a great elevator skip right there.
So Shadow is about to show us what happens when you crash the bike.
You must die for your sins when you get the heart. That's the only way out.
Pay for that mistake with your life. If you don't have a bike, the only other way to get that heart is the charged speed burner, and you can't come back from that. So
take that as some real life advice here. If you crash somebody else's bike and explode it, you're probably gonna die.
Yeah, do that
also,
IRL. You can't come back
Justin
either.
With those nasty double hits on Sarges with the charged boomerang.
I gotta learn that. Those double hits are pretty nice.
Those 2 main ways to fight Sarges in this game One would be to stand underneath him and just keep shooting charged Sonic Slicers, which is a really safe way to fight him. But if you're good enough, you could time hits with the Sonic Slicer to hit them while they're popping up and also while they're popping down. So it'll hit them twice. And yeah, Justin runs a lot of X1. He used to run X1, not too much. He runs a lot of X2, a lot of X3. And I think he started to learn X4.
Yeah, you've raced him in X4 before, haven't you?
I've raced him once or twice, but I haven't seen if he's continued playing it or if he stopped. But yeah, he runs a lot of X2 and a lot of X3. Those are his main games.
I think he also runs Super Mario RPG once in a while, doesn't he?
He does.
That's a good game.
He's a very good runner, and he has a lot of tutorials. So if you've ever seen tutorial speed runs for 2 and 3, he usually is probably what you've watched.
I would not be surprised if half of the runners that are not sub 40 yet in this tournament have gotten to where they are because of Justin's tutorials. I know I have.
I haven't. But that's just because I don't watch tutorials.
I watched his tutorials.
No, they're really good. I just don't watch them because they don't help me. I need to.
Wow, what are you trying to say?
I can't watch too long. I have to practice myself.
Justin not using the crystal strat like I use.
He is hoping to an X3 Tawny. I mean, that could happen. It could. It's possible. Oh, hey, George.
Crab first for ShadowZero instead of Moth first. Do you think that means he'll do the revisits? To fill up those tanks. I bet he does. We're gonna find out.
Probably. See, well, there's two ways to do this, right? So if he does, first off, I never really got the idea behind doing Crab Frost because I don't think Crab Frost is any easier than Moth.
And I think you just do Crab first if you know you're gonna suck in the later stages and you need 4 tanks instead of 3, then you do Crab first and then you do the revisits. That was my reasoning behind it when I did Crab first. But I got a little better at the game and now I don't do Crab first anymore. I do Moth first.
Yeah, I never really like even when I was bad, I would still do Moth first, but I would just go grab the sub tank, then turn around and go get the 4 sub tanks heal. Which I mean, that's not good, but
yeah, that seems like a waste of time.
But so does doing
as much of a waste of time as just doing a revisit, though. So I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know. That's weird. I've never really got the actual reasoning for people who choose to do Crab Frost, especially because if you're bad at the game, that's why you do the revisit. But if you're that bad, you might as well go Moth so you can get the chest piece that makes you take less damage.
Something that we failed to note while we're talking about that is that Justin's having a hard time with the Gator fight.
You're right.
He has used up all of his sub-tanks and not gotten a one-hit on Gator, which is unfortunate for him looking for a PB.
Very unfortunate. But the bright side, at least... Hey, I dropped an HP. The bright side of... Too bad you couldn't get it. The bright side of Shoryu in this game is that, yeah, the health pellets they give you are pretty out of the way, but if you collect, I think, 1 or 2, no matter what you get hit by, you can instantly go back to 4. And as you can see, he's getting 2. Yeah, well, he's getting all 4, but you only need about 2, and that'll always give you at least 1 shot. So he has 1 free life pretty much between bosses if he wants to grab that health every time.
Yeah, Justin having a hard time in this game is a rare sight indeed. So cherish this memory, guys, because you're not going to see it again.
Right, but Shadow is done with Crab.
Justin could play that same fight another 100 times and one-hit Gator every single one of those times.
But yeah, sometimes you just get unsynced or unlucky. But as long as Justin has those 4 health pellets, I'm pretty sure he's just gonna go for every boss until he takes another hit, which he might not even do now. Got a really good. I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty good setup.
The comeback is real, says Rathwell.
The comeback is real.
Get it, Shadow. We believe in you.
I believe in him. No, I don't. If you lie.
I believe he'll finish the run. That's what I believe.
You know what? That's a good thing to believe in. That's a good thing to believe.
ShadowZero is known for forfeiting races, but I think he'll stick this one out.
Yeah, same. Fun fact, I was supposed to be in this tournament.
Yeah, but then you died, so...
Yeah, I died for about 2 weeks. And I'm still dead, so like this is actually a rare occurrence to see me on a channel for speedrunning.
Cody makes an appearance for the first time in 2 weeks, says hi. Do commentary right now.
Right?
Right now. Let's go.
I'm like, alright, yeah, let's go. Alright, let's see if Sponge is gonna be nice.
Sponge, very nice.
Oh, good Sponge.
What a nice Sponge.
What a good guy, Sponge.
Right?
He's a good dude.
He is a good dude. I like him.
I don't. Any notable master weapons in this game? Best 2 weapons by far: Speed Bono and Strike Chain. Those are
And
the
that's
two.
just for movement, not even what it does to enemies.
Speed
That
Bono
gets
and
you around
Strike
the
Chain
stage super fast.
for movement are very, very good weapons. Speed Bono itself is a good weapon for damage as well, and Strike Chain is just a really fun weapon to use. In all honesty, X2 probably is some of my more favorite weapons of the game because they all feel really fun weapons to use. Speed Bono and Strike Chain are good for movement. Speed Bono is good for damage. Strike Chain is good for some damage, like those wireframe bosses that can one-shot, which are pretty cool. The Wheel Gato Charge Shot's pretty useful too. It does a decent chunk of damage in a nice cone.
There's not a whole lot of weapons that get no use in this game, unlike in X3. In X3, I found there's quite a few weapons that you straight up don't care about. X1, you use everything. X2, you pretty much use everything. X3, not so much.
The bubble is pretty useful. Some of the
I used to use the bubble right here where ShadowZero is.
he's full green backward dude. But yeah, they're all pretty useful. Like the least useful weapon in the game would probably be.
We love you too, Tortega.
No, not even. I was saying it would probably be Sonic Slices, but not even.
I thought you were saying not even too. We love Tortega.
Oh, no, he's a good dude. Yeah, in all honesty, most of the weapons in X, the least used weapon, I guess, would be the crystal, I guess.
Yeah, I would say Crystal Honey. Well, you use it to like get the heart and Marth Moth, and maybe to get past agile grasshoppers, and that's it.
Meanwhile, we're talking about nothing. Justin is not making his way into the final
meanwhile,
stage.
small talk, and Justin's almost done with the game. Justin done with the boss rush before ShadowZero gets done with the 8
They're
mobs.
all pretty good weapons in this game in some way. Especially the helmet weapon, the best weapon ever invented. Now, that is the worst thing. Why does it have an ammo bar if it doesn't consume ammo?
Oh, that's a big lie.
So,
that is completely useless.
When Justin comes in this room, he's sure using the room to get really close to 0. He's perfectly in range. You pretty much want the 2 fists to be bumping. He's maybe a little close, but you want the 2 fists to be touching between X and 0 so you know your distance. But you want to be that close so you can execute 2 Shoryus just like that perfectly. All done.
You could still get the 2 Shoryus without the Bro Fist, but then you'd have to shoot him with some lemons and set it up, and it's a little slower.
The closer you are to him, the better. Those I don't think there's any zips really in any of the SNES ones. I'm pretty sure it's just NES. But, I mean, there's one zip in X5 that I'm aware of, but that's it.
Earlier during practice, ShadowZero got the Shoryu in Zero's room and was 100% inside Zero.
Yeah, you can sometimes go too far or too short. Too far means it's bad. You're going to take some hits.
Yeah, if you get too far inside Zero, you will take a hit immediately. And
that's a perfect Shoryu right there on Sigma by Justin.
It's like he's good at the game or something. Like, wow.
It's almost like it's good.
Trying to win?
Yeah. But so he's on his final fight. He's on his final fight here, which is Wireframe Sigma, whose weakness is normally Strike Chain or punches to the face with File. We'll see which one he goes with. It's gonna be punches to the face. Oh, but he didn't get. And there's your 2. He's all done.
GG, just incredible. What a beast. It looked like he got that last hit at 33:49, but he stopped his timer at 33:51. I don't know what the SRL will say because I'm not in that room. I'm sure somebody will hit us up with the time.
GG, Justin. GG indeed.
So,
33:50. There we go. That's a good time. That's a very good time, actually. And yeah, it was a nice clean run by Justin. So now we can focus on ShadowZero. And we can continue commentary of the game, I suppose.
And Justin could potentially join us if he feels up to it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna message him just to tell him if he wants to.
Oh, Shadow. Shadow not sure what he's doing there with the get past the first part of Violent stage threats. You saw him fill up the sub-tanks earlier. That's why you do Crab before Moth.
Okay. Is that
So
what
you
he
can
went
do
to
that,
do?
do the revisits, fill up with 4 sub-tanks, and then he should be good for the rest of the stages.
Yeah, he had a pretty brutal Gato. That was still a good run, though, nonetheless. And Shadow got spiked by the violin stage.
Yeah, he just jumped into the spikes. I think he was trying to damage boost past them, but he didn't go far enough to hit the next grasshopper or bug or whatever.
Okay.
So, rip Shadow.
Also, if anybody hears high-pitched noises in the background, just ignore those. Those are my puppy.
That's Cody squealing in delight at
Yeah.
this good ShadowZero run.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I'm just squealing in delight. Ugh.
I was gonna say, remind me to teach Shadow how to do the. Remind me to teach Shadow how to not get crushed by the wall. And also, I was gonna say, remind me to teach him how to do the slope jumps in Morph Moth stage, because he was going back and forth, left to right, instead of just doing slopes straight up.
Hello there, Mr. Credible.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Dude, great run, Justin, as always.
It was a pretty sweet run, Justin. How do you feel about it? Are you?
Little disappointed at that Gator refight. That was
yeah, the Gator fight was rough.
That is my Achilles heel in this game. Is the Gator Shiryu. It is my biggest weakness.
We were telling him while you were doing it that the execution is pretty tough for Gator Shiryu. Especially but even with it though, it was still a really good time. You got still got a 33 even with the small mess up.
Yeah, and Sigma tried to mess it up even worse, but got him.
Yeah, I saw it. That was such a nice.
Are you paying attention to this ShadowZero run, Justin?
Yeah, I'm watching it on the actual restream here.
Okay.
You got any hot tips for Shadow as to how he could improve his time and potentially get down to sub 50?
Or people in general.
Probably the same 1 letter or the same 9-letter word. I think it was what it is. Practice, practice, practice.
There you go. Yeah, that was the big key point we were explaining to most people who were tuning in, is that the key difference between both runs that were going on here is Shadow's a relatively new runner to the game, and Justin is someone who's practiced obscenely amount in this game.
I had the same experience that Shadow is having right now. I had to race Sopa.
Wins 32, someone's asking. Well, that was 32 pace until the violin fight. Violin was lagging.
Yeah. You had some pretty unlucky.
The run was PB pace until Violin kind of wrecked it.
Yeah, he ate that. But
speaking of Violin, Shadow having slightly worse luck on that fight than Justin did. He got quite a few more jumps.
It was he had a decent amount of jumps.
Yeah, jumps what you want because he doesn't throw.
It's not as bad as the play. Yeah, it's not as bad as.
I don't think Shadow tried to follow him up there.
It's kind of hard to, because if he stops at the top and starts shooting his little shots, he just knocks you down.
Yeah.
And it's stupid.
Just the subway of all the boss fights in this game. It's stupid.
Lol.
Yeah. Someone was asking earlier about the RNG heavy in this game, or how heavy is it in the run. Well, you kind of saw it right there. There's a decent chunk of it, a huge chunk of RNG for the beginning, I'd say. The first, 3 or 4 is a decent chunk of RNG. And then you got 1 or 2 bigger pieces towards the end again. But that was a super solid run, as always, Justin. Always a pleasure to just witness it.
Yeah, when I got the centipede kill at 10, I think it was 10:53, I kind of was like, oh no, is this it?
Yeah, you had a really clean time for that.
It was a 20:52 or 53 moth kill, so yeah, my PB has a 20:48.
Which, yeah, that was a lot of free time. It was a really solid run, at least, I'd say.
Yeah.
Especially for tournaments, something like this, it's a very good run to just throw in.
Shadow, please.
The casual 33.
I think Shadow's gonna go casual here with these elevators.
Yeah. The big like, how much time would you say Justin is elevator skip?
If you miss it, you lose
Yeah.
20 seconds.
Okay, that's what I thought it was. I thought it was like 15, but
And how much time do you save if you get it over not getting?
20.
Chris go.
You should be waiting for the elevator. So
I see.
Chris go. How much money do you lose if you lose $20? How much do you get if you save it?
I'm just being thorough here. You know, it's for the new guys. It's for them.
Yeah, it's for the new guys to math, in case you didn't know how that worked. But yeah, I feel like everyone, no matter what your time is in this game, you always give the elevator skip one try, even if you have zero clue how to do it. You're like, yeah, I'll do it, and then you just die.
I don't anymore. I can't. I don't know how to do it. I'm bad.
Yeah, I gave up eventually. I'm like, you know what? I don't need this in my life. Dude, the power ratings in this game, oh my god. The best. Totally not pointless and meaningless. Dude, what about the speed ratings?
I even like in the Sergei's fight. I even got
You got all the double hits. Yeah.
I was out like that last shot was like it was going to hit me after the shot split. And I was like, I just sidestep it, and then I actually got the timing right because I let the shot go above his head, and he moved up into it, and that was like, oh, GG.
Right. What's after this? I don't know. After this. Need that. Wouldn't. No, just I had a question.
Yeah.
If you are doing, like, say you do that, how he Shadow just did, how he did 4 shots for 4 of the cannons, would it be faster just to Giga Crush it, or would it be faster to go with the cannons?
Well, if you had the Giga Crush, yeah. If it's powered up, that's the thing. If it's powered up, just go out. Yeah. If you're at his level, Giga
I
Crush
would do Giga
probably
Crush.
be a little bit easier because
That's what I thought. Yeah.
if you Giga Crush all the turrets at once, Sergei's will travel forward shorter, and he only knocks down one of the platforms, so you actually have more room to maneuver in the second phase because you have 3 platforms and not 2.
That's what I was gonna say. I didn't think it'd be that big of a time loss either, if it's charged up already. But yeah, I saw he had a full Giga Crush and he took like 5 or 6 shots. And I'm like,
he probably didn't realize it was full. Like,
yeah.
You have to listen for the chime to go off when it's full, and you only get to hear it once.
Yep.
You pause and actually you look at your pause menu and see that it's full.
Well, you can see if it's full on your way to Speed Burner if you need to use Speed Burner in that stage, so you can check it by the time you get to the boss door.
Wait, do you pause with speed? Oh yeah, you mean cycle through, right?
Yeah, if you cycle with the L,
Yeah.
the Giga Crush is the second, and Speed Burner is the third that you'll hit.
So Justin, simple question here: L dash, R dash, default dash. What do we go with for you?
Select dash.
I use default. Have been for 23 years now.
There we go. Default dash by Justin. 1,000 ways to skin a cat. Shadow is in PV help. Is he on PV? Right? He should be, right?
I would say so.
He is an hour and something.
according to the boards, his PV is 53.
Okay.
So he could. I think he could potentially do it if he has a good boss rush and if he doesn't die anymore.
He'd have to have a really good rush. He can't make any big mistakes, and he has to really book it though.
Well, not spiking yourself there helps.
Oh yeah.
It does. All right. Well, let's see how he pulls out with Agile. There's a very slim chance that Agile decides to be mean and goes invulnerable, and you're gonna throw yourself into a spike.
Like I really back to the Gator refight that I just had. Like I contemplated finishing him with a chain, and that was probably what I should have done from the start.
Yeah.
But
let's talk about these sweet Crystal Hunter strats.
That would have saved me a little bit of trouble because I burned both my sub tanks on Gator. It was like all for naught.
Yeah, I saw that. I was
That's where it really upsetted me. I was like on tilt for just a little bit.
Yeah, because if he goes down once, it would technically have just been faster to strike chain him loop, right? Like instead of going for more short use, at least it'd be safer, I guess, than going for more short use.
I mean, if you can one cycle Gator, like that's always kind of like the guarantee decision that you can make. But I'm the type of player I am. I have to hit everything.
Exactly.
Just like I had to go for it anyway because I was on PB pace probably because I think after Agile my best possible time was a 33:04, and then just losing 30 seconds on one refight was like awful.
Yeah. It was a really solid run though, nonetheless. Hey, dog.
Shadow opting to go with Centipede first in the boss rush.
I was gonna ask you, Justin, is there any true, like, default boss order that should be done? Is there any, like, actual super time save boss order, or is it more or less just choice?
Stag before crab and centipede before snail. Everything else you can do whatever.
Okay, that's what I thought. Like, the way the capsules and all is set up in your fights, it didn't really seem like there was much of a super default way.
Like I changed my boss order like when I failed the Gator because I was gonna go with Crystal Snail third, and I was gonna use the magnet strat just to get all the hard bosses over with and then have a breeze.
Yeah.
Barring Sponge shenanigans, but he cooperated.
He was a nice guy, Sponge. But let's see. So how is the X community current state? It's always alive. The X community is always alive. 1, 2, and 3 always have people running. 4, 5, and 6 still usually have somebody running. It's just not as much. But yeah, the X community itself is always
7
alive.
and 8 seem to like you rarely see people, but
I don't know.
They exist.
7 and 8 got some action last night.
Justin, what did you say before 8? You kind of like fun. I don't think you said a real game. Just kidding. Oh man, that was a brutal game. But yeah, like 7 and 8. The higher you go in the series, the less there is. But in general, does any X game, if you're a part of the community, it's alive. Like it's a pretty alive community at any point. There's always people that are willing to talk to you about stuff, help you out, or just play the game or teach. Like it's a pretty active all the time. It's a very nice community. Ain't that right, puppy?
Ain't that right, puppy? Fun fact, that's Cody's pet name for Justin.
Yeah.
He was talking to you.
Oh, I was.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't, Justin. Chris was just being a butt.
Like, whatever was said, I blacked out because I was taking care of some stuff.
Alright, so now we're seeing how to handle crab with the wheel.
Crabs. ShadowZero's got crabs, and not
Shadow is not having a lot of really good luck with these shoryus.
I don't even think he's going for him. I mean, he went for Stag, but like...
Yeah, I even messed up the Stag Shiryu. Like, I don't even understood that, why I missed it. I must have inputted the Shiryu early.
Yeah.
He's got full health, he can go for another one.
But we were...
Sponge is his next target.
We were plugging you, Justin, saying that if anybody's ever interested in learning how to run X2 or even X3 for that matter, that you have very good, thorough tutorials out there for them.
Oh yeah, Justin's tutorials are the best. Nice Shoryu on Sponge by Shadow.
Dude, good guy Sponge. What a
think
guy.
that's
He
his-
swung.
I think that's his first one-hit Shoryu
go
of the
up.
boss rush so far. Can he get another? I think he's got Moth left, right? And probably Gator too. Maybe Ostrich. I don't think he's done them
I
yet.
think he's Ostrich. Yeah, he's Ostrich Gator. And...
Called it.
Yeah, he did. Moth.
I agree with Mage Rion. I would love to see Shadow own Gator one hit. That'd be pretty cool.
One.
Good job, Shadow.
If ShadowZero can claim any small victory from this race, he can do what I couldn't.
Yeah, beat Justin in the one spot that it mattered for him, the Gator refight. Gator is indeed a troll.
Hate that Gator.
he's just the worst boss. Just the worst.
I wish there was Gator refight skip.
Oh, he's not Snail too. Cause yep.
He's already done Snail? Oh,
No, he still has Snail.
Oh, he still has Snail, okay.
Yeah, he's Gator and Snail left after
Well,
this.
Ostrich, Gator, and Snail left. What?
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen somebody hit a Shoryu on Ostrich but not kill it.
That looked good to me.
That's a new one.
I
think
think
he-
clipped him.
Yeah, I think
happened?
he clipped.
He shot him with the lemon, and that only did 8 damage on the first SRK frame of contact.
Yeah.
So yeah, the lemon juked him out of that.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh, stop.
Wow,
That's another
strange.
problem. You can input your Shiryu pretty quickly if you shoot and do the last D-pad input on the same frame. You get a lemon into a Shiryu.
Yeah, that's the main difference, Dawson, between X1 and X2. The Hado is a one-shot kill for anything. The way Shoryuken walks is, what, 16 on the initial and then 8 for every frame after?
Yeah, on the frame, if the target is not in iframes, it'll deal 16 damage on that first frame of contact, and then it's in iframes when it keep getting continually hit by the Shuriken, and it deals 8 damage on every other frame.
Yeah, that's what that's the main difference.
Oh, he's
between
going for the
two.
combo.
Oh, if he gets the
I think he got like a 4 or 5.
yeah, and that's still not bad. That's
combo.
half a health bar. That's way better than his initial fight.
But he gets bit.
Can he finish it here?
Nope.
A strategy that I use if you're not particularly safe.
Gator.
Was that a crystal hunter? If you're not particularly good with strike chaining Gator to death, well, first off, you should practice it because it's a key part of the runs. But if you're not particularly good at it, it's not a bad idea to hit him with a pink shot into a strike chain. Because the pink shot still does a good amount of damage.
Alright, so if Shadow wants to beat his PB, he has got 1 minute and some change left.
That is not happening. He has one whole boss left.
You gotta have faith.
I do not. There's not enough time in this game to do that.
Have a little more faith.
He's not gonna. He's going to. Oh, he's going for health. I'm like, like he's not even going in the right way.
Give ShadowZero your energy. I'm hoping for a Shoryu here on Snail. For me, Snail and Crab are the hardest two to Shoryu. I don't know why everybody says Gator so much. I think Gator's pretty easy.
But you wait, Crisco, don't you? You let him go down, then come up, and then show you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I do that.
the
I don't
good
try to hit him
yeah.
before then.
The real show you is where you like, hit him with the straight.
The
chain,
real
like-
speedrunners.
The big boys, you see.
Oh, nice
The people-
kill
yeah,
with
that was
solid.
I don't know why you guys say Gator so hard. Just do slow strats like me.
That was actually a pretty good snail.
That's something else I may consider too. I may do the old 4th chain Shiryu strat where you have to pause after the 4th chain and just manually select Buster,
Yeah.
and you can kind of input the Shiryu as the screen fades in.
Yeah, it gives you a little bit of a buffer then.
Loyal Cavalier and FS Lynx are both loaning ShadowZero their energy.
Oh,
They will
dude, look at
export
that.
it back after the run.
Yeah, that's give it back. There's an interest on that energy actually. It's one energy every 20 seconds in the run.
The barrier attacker.
Alright, that's pretty
Yeah, it looks
decent
pretty
show
nice.
you. Yeah, I think it's
I
right.
think that's a bro fist. I'm calling. Ooh, perfect bro fist. There we
That's
go,
That's
Shadow.
a pretty good show. I'll give him that. Give the man his credit.
The bro fist of friendship.
I was kind of hoping somebody, I don't know who, it's probably going to be Shadow, but I was hoping somebody was going to mess it up and go inside of Zero.
Shadow with the Fuzz Ryukin.
Yep, and playing it safe, going with Speed Bond for the final part of this fight so he can use whatever sub-tank he has, if he has one.
Hello at Berlin Dude 1. Love you long time.
Dude, hey, look at that. It's balling.
It is Berlin.
Dude,
Everybody's favorite German.
I'll give him a wave.
Off gets.
Having a pretty. It's pretty okay. Okay, let's see. He's going to Sigma. He has 3 sub tanks to 2 technically.
2
So
sub
he has
tanks.
3 tries with 2 sub tanks.
I'm gonna make a bold prediction and say sub hour for ShadowZero.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he's gonna die. I think he's gonna make it through this.
Yeah. I mean, there's a special somebody who just joined this chat who would prove to you that there's a way to mess this up, but I think he's got this. Nope. Now, see, I'm a little weird when it comes to this. Like, instead of trying to go for him on the up, an easy Shoryu strat for me with Sigma is to just take a damage boost. You just let him hit you and go for a Shoryu while you're in iframes.
Well, see, that was the Berlin strat though, and we all saw what happened there. He used
Right
all
there,
3 of his
that's where you take
sub-tanks,
the right here. Take the damage and then you go for the shot.
That's tricky. I've never really tried it. I usually will try to get him like within the first 5 seconds of the fight when he bounces off the wall for the first time, and then if I don't get that, then I just Sonic Slicer. But again, I'm slow and kind of a punk, so don't listen to me.
Yeah, I try to get him at the beginning or when he's coming down the first time after he like lunges down. But if I whiff that, I'll just go for a damage boost.
He's still got a sub tank left, right? Is that going to be enough to fill
he
his bar
has.
for?
He has
where's-
1.5 sub tanks left, I think. He has 1.5. It should be enough for this.
I think he's got 2 because he used the partial one to.
Oh, did
refill
he use the
himself.
partial? I thought he used the full.
I thought he used another one. Yeah, he used another
Oh,
one.
he used 2. Okay, so
Oh,
he
he
has
did.
1 hole. Yeah. But 1 hole should be enough. As soon as you see the head bob 3 times, you put in your Shoryu input and you hit it every time. You're going for a
Good
safe.
job, Shadow. Get another one.
One
Get a
more.
third one. Come on, buddy. We
Oh,
believe in
God.
you.
Come on, come on,
Yeah, Shadow.
Attaboy. GG.
Congratulations on the sub 56, 51.
Am I whimpering? No, it's my dog.
This is never
She's trying because I put her down.
You put her down?
Yeah.
Oh, what? That's so mean.
No, I put her like off my lap.
Oh.
Oh boy, that was quite the run.
Hey,
was
that wasn't,
Shadow.
it wasn't bad. Good GG, Shadow. GG.
Oh, dude, that run.
Did
Jesus.
it help that Cavalier and FS Lynx gave you their energy?
Yeah. Definitely.
So Shadow, what is your current PB?
5340.
I'm gonna say this right now. For dying 4 times in Gato stage, it was a pretty good run.
Yeah, I think I picked it up immediately after Morth Moth, so it started getting good. But I swear, if I didn't miss the sub tank, not the sub tank, but the capsule for the arm,
Oh yeah, you skipped it entirely.
and then like died like 4 times, and Gator being just not being nice,
yeah.
and it probably could have been maybe like a 48.
I'll
Yeah,
say
but
this much, Shadow. I think if you had played better, you could have gotten maybe a better time. I think you could have.
Just me.
Yeah.
But good job to both of our runners yet again. It was a fun race. Solid. Everyone,
Yeah,
make sure you
GG.
follow. If not already, follow the 2 runners. They are great guys at
Shadow, we are
ShadowZero.
gonna help you
Just
get to sub
incredible.
50
FF9.
for your next race.
I have to, dude. I have to bring
It's
up
happening.
40.
I know you can. After watching that, all the deaths, if you just erase all those deaths and we clean some of those stages up a bit, you can definitely get to sub 50 before the next race.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, that was a good race, everybody. It was a good job.
Pretty good race. Congratulations to Justin on winning
Congratulations,
said
Justin.
race, and then acquiring first place in his group because nobody else has raced yet.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get Japham to not forget his capture card next time.
Hopefully.
Jaffin, Justin's calling you out. It's your turn.
That was
I'm sure he won't forget next time.
it was a fun time, everybody. Fun time.
Yeah, I got a verse Ikison, where he
So-
is.
So yeah, we're done here, right?
Yeah, we're done. Thanks
Yeah.
for watching, everybody. Go
Yeah.
about your business. Go play X2 instead of watching.
Yeah. We're watching.
And we'll see you next time.
See you around, people.
Bye.
Bye.